Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And good morning. I am Muhammad Hasbi from Universitas Negeri, Makassar. It is an honor for me to be here in the 7th CIC conference to present my research result in front of you all. Okay, my research is about English prose, about literature in general, and the title of this research is about beyond the text, using English prose to expand student cultural horizon. And as we know that today's interconnected and globalized world, cultural awareness is no longer just an academic pursuit. It is essential skill for personal and professional success. And universities as institutions that prepare students for the complexities of the world play a pivotal role in cultivating these skills. And one of the most powerful tools is literature. Particularly in this research is about English prose, which offers a unique, profound way to explore and understand the diverse cultures that shape our world. Literature can serve as a mirror to society, reflecting values, struggles, and triumphs of people across different times and places. Literature also reflects society in both positive and negative ways. English prose is suitable to this purpose, and by engaging with the prose, students can broaden their cultural horizons and deepen their understanding of the world around them. In this research, the novel, the Kite Runner novel, is used and given to the student after reading the Kite Runner novel. The student write and wrote or wrote their perception, their response about the novel, and interviewed by the researcher. The Kite Runner novel was written by Khalid Hosseini. He is Afghan American author, and it was published in 2003. The themes covered in this novel is about friendship, betrayal, redemption through the lens of Afghan culture and history. And the central conflict is about Amir's internal struggle with guilt and shame after witnessing Hassan's brutal assault and his subsequent betrayal of their friendship. And that's why this research aimed to explore how English prose can go beyond language instruction to enrich students' cultural understanding. By employing this novel, deep connection between literature and culture was examined to enhance student cultural awareness and consider the long-term impact on student cultural competence. And about literature review, there are 2 points that uh, discussed in this literature review. The first one is interplay between language and culture. Yeah, famously known that language and culture are inextricably linked. It is not merely a tool for communication. It is a cultural construct that shapes how individual perceive and interpret the world. Language is not just a collection of words and rules. It is also intertwined with cultural norms and cognitive processes. And literature can serve as cultural bridge and connecting readers to experience and viewpoints that might otherwise remain inaccessible. By reading and analyzing prose from different cultures, students can bridge cultural divides, fostering empathy and deeper understanding of cultural diversity. The second point in this literature review is about the impact of literature on cultural awareness. Literature and serves as a powerful vehicle for cultural exploration, allowing students to engage with narratives that reflect the complexity of various society. And cultural awareness can be defined as conscious understanding of the role culture plays in language learning and communication. Let's move to method. The data used in this research was obtained from students' intellectual diaries and in-depth interview. Intellectual diary is also famously known as reader response journal in, in the research employing reader response theory, and was used to obtain students' responses and perceptions after reading the Kite Runner novel. The interview data was used to clarify and to know more about student responses and perception on the cultural issues discussed in the novel. And after that, the data was analyzed by using thematic analysis. And in thematic analysis, there are 6 steps should be conducted. The first is familiarizing with the data, generating initial codes, searching for themes, reviewing themes, defining and naming themes, and the last is producing the report. And this research used descriptive qualitative type of research as proposed by Cresswell in 2023. It was designed to comply with reader response theory, which focuses on the analysis of the response of readers to the text. The reader is regarded as an active agent who imparts real existence to the text and completes its meaning through interpretation. It used student intellectual diary or reader response journal as the main data to be analyzed and supported with data from in-depth interview. And the subject of this research is 37 students of English Literature Study Program, English Department, Faculty of Languages and Literature, Universitas Negeri, Makassar. And then the result of the research, we have several themes or points obtained after reviewing the students' intellectual diary and interviewing them to know more about their responses, their perception about the Kite Runner novel. The first one is about cultural awareness and empathy. Majority of students participating in this study stated they have a limited understanding of Afghan culture and history, and their knowledge was largely based on superficial information and often shaped by media portrayals that focus on conflict and terrorism concerning the Afghan conflict with Soviet Union or the Russian and the rise of the Taliban. Students reported a newfound appreciation for the complexities of Afghan society, recognizing the rich cultural heritage, significance of social customs, and the profound impact of historical events underlying the novel story. And many students gave empathy as they read and engage with the characters and the struggles and conflict of the main characters, Amir and Hassan. The second one is about cultural identity, stereotype, and social inequality. Students explore the notion related to Afghan cultural identity, highlighting the diversity of Afghan society, particularly ethnic diversity and social stratification identified and stereotyped in Pashtun and Hazaras community. The novel's depiction of the ethnic and social hierarchies in Afghan society, particularly the discrimination against Hazara people, offers students valuable insights into issues of social inequality. And students come away from the novel with a more critical understanding of how stereotypes are formed and perpetuated, and how literature can play a role in breaking down these simplistic views. And the third one is about social justice and human rights. Many students reported in this diary, uh, and also after interviewed, they stated that they feel inspired to take action in their communities after reflecting on injustice portrayed in the novel. This engagement could be in various forms, volunteering to advocating for social change, and to demonstrate that the powerful impact of literature can have on fostering social responsibility. Some students also stated the novel has inspired them to become more engaged with global issues, global events, particularly those related to human rights, conflicts, and displacement. And the fourth one uh, of the research results is about moral and ethical dilemma. The novel is rich with moral and ethical dilemmas which serve as a catalyst for student self-reflection. The choices made by characters, particularly Amir's early betrayals of Hassan, invite students to grapple with question of right and wrong, loyalty, and the possibility of redemption. The novel's exploration of complex moral issues encourage students to think critically about the values and the consequences of their action, fostering deeper understanding of ethical behavior in a complex world. And the last point in this research result is by comparing their own cultural background and Afghan culture depicted in the novel, students gain insights into cross-cultural differences and similarities. And the student also found personal connection to the novel's characters and their experiences. The emotional weight of the narrative encouraged students to reflect on their own lives, relationship, and the concept of loyalty. Through personal reflection, they articulated how the novel has shaped their views on family, dynamics, and friendship. Okay, after exploring the research result, now we come to the conclusion of this research. And this research highlighted the impact of English prose on expanding students, particularly university students' cultural horizon. And by using the Kite Runner novel, students not only develop a deeper understanding of various cultural events, cultural contexts, particularly about Afghan culture, but also they cultivate essential skill in empathy, critical thinking, and cultural awareness. The result of the study emphasized the significance of incorporating culturally relevant texts into English sports course, as this approach fosters a more inclusive and nuanced understanding of global perspective. And thank you. That's all my presentation. And thank you very much for your attention and also suggestion and question. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.